What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nick with NIC PIPS. Today I want to share a video with you to introduce you to my world, which is Forex. It is information that has changed my life and a couple of our team members' life. And so today I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide how to get started. So if you've never heard of Forex, let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys for clicking on the video. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select our broker. You'll find below in the description of the video a link to the broker, but you can use any broker and the process is going to be similar. So you're going to come here after you click on the link below, go to MT4 and tools and select MT4 for the version of PC or computer that you have. If you have a Mac, click on Mac. If you have Windows, click on Windows. You click on Windows. Down here you're going to see the file is going to download. Once the download is done, click on this button here to begin the install. Alright, go ahead and select yes to install the software. Alrighty, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on next. Let it go ahead and do the install. And once it's done, click on finish. Alright, so this screen is going to pop up to tell you some things about MT4. Just go ahead and click away on that one. Alrighty, give it a second and your MT4 should boot up. And there you are. So next we're going to go back to our web browser and we're going to go ahead and go ahead and do the sign up process. So as you can see, you're going to receive an email. So go ahead and go over to your email. As you can see right here, thank you for signing up for Osprey FX. You're going to complete the sign up process by clicking complete sign up. And then you're just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of your information. Alrighty, and I want to show that. Once you enter all your personal information, you're going to go ahead and click on create account. Once that happens, go back to your email and you're going to see right here it says that your Osprey user has been created. So once you do that, you're going to go ahead and log in. You're going to be greeted with this. Alright, so what you want to do is you're going to have to set up two-factor identification. Yep, you're going to be able to, you have to do that to be able to deposit and do withdrawals. That's for your own protection. So by doing this, you can download the Google Authenticator app. That's the one that I use. And all you do is you're going to take a picture of this particular QR code. Okay, so let me go ahead and click on that. Scan barcode. And voila. So this is the code that I got. 879672. I'm going to hit enter. And there you go. Two-step authentication has been successfully. Alright, so go back to my accounts. You're gonna go back to create an account. Gonna go back and select demo account. Alright, again we're gonna go with 1 to 500 leverage, and we're gonna select $1,000. But again, they have a couple of different options. But you want to select whatever is closest to where you're gonna start when you go live trading. Create an account. So as you can see, it says your account has been created. Check your email. So come over to your email. Alrighty, and right here you see a new demo account has been created. So from there, you're going to scroll down. You see it has your demo account number right here, and it has your trader password, and it has your investor password. Investor password is read only, so if you want to share your password with somebody to be able to see your trades, your trade history, you give them the investor password. But anybody with the trader password will be able to actually execute trades, enter and exit trades. So all right, so we need that information to go ahead and log into our demo account on our MetaTrader 4. So go ahead and copy your demo account number. And then you're going to go over to your Osprey FX and you're going to select on this demo address here, click next, and we're going to click on existing trade account, and then we're going to paste in our login ID. Then we're going to go back to that email. All right, and we're going to copy the password, copy, and then we're going to go back to Osprey FX and paste the password. Now we want to make sure that save password is checked, and then we're going to click finish. So once you do that, you should get a little doorbell chime, and we go over to trade, and let's move this up by right, good deal. You see how you hover your mouse over this bar, it becomes a double arrow. Let's go ahead and just put that up just a little bit so we can see our information down here at the bottom. So let's pull it up to about right there, about a third of the way up. And if you go over and click on trade, you're gonna see right here your account balance is $1,000. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that down just a little bit. We don't need it up that high. All right, cool. So over here to the right, let me pull this out so that way I can see my pairs. Next, we're gonna add your pairs. Over here is gonna be a list of the pairs that are available. So what you wanna do is you wanna right click and then go to show all. That's gonna show you all the pairs that are available for your particular broker to trade. So as you can see, we have several default chart windows that have been opened over here. Alrighty, if we hit this button to maximize this chart window, it'll zoom in on this one chart window. But at the bottom right here, we can see all those different tabs. So these are the different tabs that were opened by default. So I'm going to close all these out by hitting this little button right here. And we're going to open up, let's go with GBP USD. So you're going to open up a chart window. If you want to see a specific chart window, right click, hit chart window, and then open it up over here. We're going to hit the maximize button. So now we want to set up our chart layout. So that way we have a default chart layout. Right click and go to grid, uncheck grid, so that way we have a plain background. And then right click, go to properties, and we're going to change our bar up. We're going to change that. Actually, we're going to leave our bar up the same. We're going to change our bar down to red. All right, and we're going to change our bull candle to lime green. And then we're going to change our bear candle to red. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and click OK. All right, so now you're going to see, if you zoom in, we have actually bar chart. So we're going to change that over here to candlesticks because we want to see candlesticks. And as you can see, we have red and green candlesticks. Next, we're going to right click, go to properties. We're going to go over here to common, and we're going to cut on ask line. All right, then we'll hit OK. As you can see, we had a second line that popped up. All right, that's going to be very vital. We're going to look at that information later on. So now we have our chart layout set up. So now we want to save it as default, so that way we don't have to do that every time we open up a new chart. So click on templates up here. Click on save template. All right, then I want you to name it default, the actual word default. And hit OK or save. Now what's going to happen is if I open up another pair, voila, it already has it set up for us in the way that we like. So next we're going to set up our toolbar. To set up our toolbar, you just want to come up here. This is a toolbar. You want to right click on it and select customize. All right, so over here to the left you have what's already selected. So we want to add in a couple of tools that we're going to use regularly. It's going to be the rectangle. Click on it, hit insert, and the ellipse tool, I'm sorry. And right click. So if you have anything over here that you don't want or that you won't need, you can just click on it and hit remove, and it'll remove it from your toolbar up here. So go ahead and hit close. So as you can see right here, we have our drawing tools. Now let's talk a little bit about the chart. So these candlesticks represent price movement for that particular time frame. So a green candle is going to be our bull candle. That means that the price opened down here and then close higher. So that's a bull candle. And if the price opens at the top and closes down below that entry price, or that, I'm sorry, open price, that is a bearish candle, and that's going to be red. So that's the difference between our bull and bear candle. These are our time frames. We have an hour, 30, 15 minutes. So if I click on each one, that means the candlesticks now represent 15 minutes of price movement. Click on day, that represents a day of movement. So that's how candlesticks work. So let's go ahead and let's zoom out so we can see a full picture. The basics of trading is this: you want to look for patterns in the market. So as we can see right here, this particular chart shows a downward trend. So you see how the price is moving in this downward manner. So that's how we know that is a downward trend. So we use our trend line bar by clicking right here and click draw trend line, and it draws our trend line for us. And if you want to modify it, just come over here, put your mouse on it, double click it. See these little white dots pop up, right click, hit trend line properties, and we can thicken up the line so we can see it a little bit better. Or if we want to change the color, we can do that as well too. So if I go and hit white, you'll see that my line turns white. Okay, see these little dots? You can click on those and use those to adjust the line. All right, so we can see we're drawing this downtrend, and so as we can see from the chart, if we have a nice trend like this, you can see that the price has hit this trend line a couple of times. And what did the price do when it hit that trend line? You can see that the price came down. So in those particular instances, those were great opportunities for sales. So as a Forex trader, by identifying this downward trend or pattern and noticing that prices is on this trend, you can actually sell from each one of these points and profit in the market. So let's go ahead and delete all of that. All right, so that's one example. So next up, you can also look at your support, right? Support would be an area where the price has trouble breaking a floor, or it's like a floor. So right here we can see that when price was in this area, it came down, respected that area, and then it came up, came down, respected that area, then it came up. That's an area of support in this example, right? And so again, that shows opportunities to possibly buy low or buy at a value price, right? You want to buy low and you want to sell high. So let's talk about how to enter and exit trades. So right now we're in a live market, and as you can see, this particular trend line has been broken by our price, so the price is trading higher than the trend line. So just hypothetically speaking, let's go ahead and let's enter a couple of trades. So in order to enter a trade, you want to click on this little arrow that brings up your trade options. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just open up a couple of trades real quick so I can show you. If I go into a buy, it's gonna ask you for one-click trading. That's because we're clicking on this button. Go ahead and read the terms, accept the terms of agreement, click OK. So when I click buy, you're gonna see that it opens up a trade for me here. Now, you can change your lot size. As you can see, we have a lot size of 1.0, which is a standard. If we go and select 0.10 and hit buy, that's at $1 pip. So you see how it's at $1. That one's at 10. If we go and we select 0.01 and hit buy, you see it's a dime. So those are your lot sizes. So lot sizes are the sizes of the orders, and so depending on your order size and the movement of the price, each movement of the price is measured in what's called pips. If we select our crosshair here and you see if we would have sold from this area where it bounced off our trend line, let's say the second time right here, if we would have sold from this area and sold down to here, as you can see in the middle of that particular readout, it shows 2957. That's 2,957 points, which 10 points equal 1 pip. So that would be 290 pips. So if you got in at a standard, which is a 1.0, will equal $2,900. If you get in at $1 per pip or 0.10, that would be $290. And if you get in at a lot size of 0.01, which is 10 cents per pip, that would be $29, right? So those are the different options that you have when it comes to your trading. And so your lot size is going to be dependent on your account size. So at the beginning, we talked about open up a demo account with a account size that will be similar to what you would have when you go live. That's because I want you to be trading at a lot size that you're familiar with, and that way you can train yourself emotionally to not get all distraught. Because if you're demo trading at a dime lot size, at a standard, and you're going for 2 pips and you make $25, but then when you go live, you open up a $100 account and you only are trading at a dime lot size because that's all that your account can handle, and you're making 20 cents, or $2, then it's going to be a different mindset when it comes to your trading style. So that's how you would open up trades. Again, you would click over here. Another way would be to click on new order right here, and it gives you this window where you can type in your stop loss, take profit, okay, and you can hit sell or buy. So right now, if I click buy, you see it opened me up another position. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close these out, and as you guys can see, my account balance changed because I closed those particular trades out at a loss because the price dropped a little bit while we were in there, but that's okay. All right, so next up, we're gonna go ahead and open up a new order. We're gonna click 1.0, and we're gonna go ahead and click a buy. All right, so as you can see, it created this line on the screen. When we put in our buy order, it shows our buy order right here, and it shows the lot size of the buy order. So if I want to go ahead and select my set my take profit, so if I'm expecting price to come up to this area where it came recently in our trend, I can click to modify, drag up, and drop this line right here. As you can see, it creates my TP for my order. So as you can see right here, I have a take profit set for my order. So when price comes up If it comes up and hits this point, it's going to take me out in profit. Now if I click hover over my order again and click the modify and drag down and hold it, if price goes below this particular recent pullback, I want to go ahead and get out that trade, because maybe the price is not going to continue to rise. Maybe the price is going to start to drop. As you can see right here, it has my stop loss set, and it has put in my stop loss right here. Okay, and so if you also hover over this line, you'll see that it gives you an actual dollar amount. So if my take profit is hit, I will make $1,000. If I hover over this line, my stop loss, I will lose $1,447. So that's a good way to see by a dollar amount your risk, or how much you would win or lose based off of your trade. So that's how you would open and close trades. That's how you set your take profit, set your stop loss. So earlier I talked about the ask versus bid line, or the sell versus buy line. So as you can see on the screen, we have two lines, or two price points. You see we have this price right here at the bottom, we have this price at the top. Now if I click on buy, you'll see it made a order right at that top line. If I select sell, you see it makes a order at the bottom line. So those are going to be your ask or your sell versus buy price. So the difference in the two is what's called a spread. So when you're trading, you're going to notice, remember I told you if you had to take profit or a stop loss. So for instance, if I hit buy and I move this up for my TP, in order for my TP to be hit and closed out, when I'm in a buy, both of these lines have to pass through the TP for me to close out in profit. Because you'll have sometimes where a price would come up to where just the top line would close above or go above your TP, but not the bottom one, and it does not close out your trade. That's why similar instances or issues, or similar situation on the bottom. If I drag down my sell order, it creates a TP, right? And so in order for my TP to be closed out in profit, both of these lines have to pass through that TP of that sell order, if that makes sense. So just a little I guess a pro tip there, right? Because a lot of new traders, especially when I first got started, I had an order where one of the lines crossed over my TP, but not the other one, and I was upset because it didn't close out my order. But that's why both lines have to pass through your TP price point in order to cash you out. And same thing with your stop loss. Actually, with your stop loss, that's not the case. So with a stop loss, only one of the lines have to cross through. So whichever line hits it first, it stops you out at a loss. So in this example, on my buy, my stop loss is down here. So if price comes down and the second line hits that stop loss, it's going to kick me out at a loss. So both lines do not have to cross through for your stop loss, but they do for your take profit. So when entering and exiting trades, you want to have 3 data points. You want to have your take profit, you want to have your stop loss, and of course you want to have your entry price. And that's going to be dependent on your strategy and your technique. And so at this particular example right here, so as we can see, we had this nice area of support that was created by these 2 bounces at the bottom. We call it a double bottom. All right, so your ideal entry point would be inside of this blue box somewhere. So that's a value price for a buy. You want to buy low and sell high, right? So at this example, let's say when price came out of this area and came back and retested it, we call this a pullback or a retest. So when price came out, retest this area, started to go up, maybe you enter right here. So draw a horizontal line. So maybe our entry price was somewhere around here, and we would have set our stop loss just up under our area of value, right? So if price comes down lower than this area value, then we want to get out of our buy. We're no longer in a buy market, we're in a selling market possibly, right? And then let's say our TP would have been somewhere around this area, because the last time price came out of this zone, it came to this area, then it came right back down. So when it comes out of this area again, a safe place to look to exit my buy and take my profits would be somewhere around this area, because it's not guaranteed to continue up. All right, and plus we have our trend line right here that has been respected in the past as well too. So that's the basics of foreign exchange and how to identify potential opportunities and to take advantage of that. And so we talked about pips, and so by catching those pips, this is the way that you multiply your money, and you're able to compound your account over time. Now you just learned how to multiply your money in the foreign exchange market. Wow, that information was phenomenal, man. If you guys enjoyed the information, go ahead and give me a like. So if you look at it, man, Forex is a way to earn some serious cash. It's out there, guys, money to be made, right? So, but you got to learn this skill set. How do you learn this skill set? Patience, diligence, and consistency. You got to get into the charts. You got to get into the trades, and you got to get that experience, man. Are you going to win every trade? No. But if you learn how to minimize your risk and maximize your reward, the sky's the limit, guys. So if you're interested in learning about Forex, if you're tired of your 9 to 5, if you're a single mother that's struggling to keep the bills paid, whatever the case may be, let me know. I got you. I'm here to help you guys. My goal is if I can reach out to at least one family and change their life, change their family tree, then I've met my goal. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Also drop a like if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Yeah, Bankroll, oh, what up, man? Smooth. I had a dream, I had 1,000 pip trade with a standard lot size from the daily high. I took it down like a post I'm ashamed of. Ain't had a pay stub since 2005. We all in this together. Benz is swayed with the Cartier lenses.